You're listening to Cofield and Company on ESPN Las Vegas.
Just getting started here on Wednesday. Lots of screaming, yelling, accusatory stuff, shaming. Big three stories of the day. Not good for Vegas. No minor league baseball season, so Aviators, all their employees, cooked. No baseball. Their players, all minor league players, lose a year. NFL has pulled weeks 1 and 4 of the preseason, so Raiders lose 2 of those games. And before you say, what's the big deal? Who cares? People make money, and there's people staffing the stadium. So they're cooked. And the other one is the NHL, it appears, has said, no thanks, Las Vegas. You're not safe. We're going to Canada. I wanted to mention one thing is really important. Again, I think what happens here is people, because I've had lots of people come up to me and they're like, do you know anyone who has it? Yes. And I don't like the attitude there because you're suggesting all of this is fake. Here's reality. Do you know someone personally who just got totally effed by minor league baseball being canceled? You do. And so do I. Russ Langer. Right?
Yeah.
Russ, his full-time gig is the 51s. Check that, the Aviators, right? So you're talking about a play-by-play guy. I'm pretty sure Russ is involved in sales. Mm-hmm. That's all up in smoke. By the way, Russ has a relatively newborn baby. So that affects his wife and his child.
Yeah.
We don't have college football. Guess who does the football games for UNLV? Russ! So every time you're like, mask, I'm not going to wear it. You're screwing Russ Langer. And I don't know, I guess I have to give people like 500 different people they're screwing over before maybe they feel a little bit like, you know what? It's not that big a deal. I mean, you've talked to college football people. Mm-hmm. Where are we now in college football?
Oh, man.
It's going to be this fragmented mess. And the group of 5, which UNLV is in, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, several things, Steve. I mean, extrapolate Russ Langer to thousands of other people in the Valley. Right now, these casinos, I mean, you think about the Las Vegas Sands, they have billions of dollars in cash, right? So they can still hire people. They can still keep people employed. But what if that cash is depleted or they see things going the other way? They will lay off. There's other industries around the country that are laying off right now. And those are not making headlines because COVID is dominating the headlines, really, if you think about it. But no, you still have the potential of more future layoffs and people turning to unemployment, and the government printing money. That printing press is going to stop. It has to at some point. It's just part of the economic cycle, or certainly what you go through. Now, we don't feel the effects of COVID in this country because of the printing of money or because of steps that were taken in terms of saving the economy. And so we don't feel it. So I think people don't think COVID is real. But the question that you asked, or people come up to you, do you know anybody that has it? Well, I personally know somebody that died from it, and that is not. So
it's not a hoax.
No,
it's not fake news. That it really happened, huh?
Steve,
go figure.
That broke my heart severely to watch somebody experience that pain of a loved one going down to COVID. That crushed me. So have I changed my life? Yeah. I'm masked up. It's very rare that I'm socialized. But even if I am socialized, I'm making sure I'm social distancing because of that experience of watching somebody go through something traumatic like that. So unfortunately for a majority of people out there, you're not feeling the effects of a bad economy, or you're not feeling the effects of what's happening right now, right in front of you. But you will. You will. And that's what's going to shock you, I think, when you're in disbelief that okay, I have to put on a mask and to keep people safe, or even try to contain this pandemic if we can, or flatten the curve, whatever happened to that hashtag. But for whatever reason, footloose and fancy free and how much money can I make has dominated common sense. And I hate being a bad example. But unfortunately, that's what we are right now. And I don't know how we get around it outside of time, antivirals, and a vaccine. And maybe that's what other people are thinking about, holding on that hope and holding out for that hope. But you brought up college football, and I have talked to a number of coaches. So here's what's on the table right now in California. The option to go forward with your season, reduce schedule, go forward with your season in the fall. No non-conferences and stuff like that. There's revenue being wiped off the table left and right. Or if there's enough people, or if you come to a consensus in terms of delaying your season, buying more time until the springtime when, in fact, there could be a vaccine. So you're talking about college football, aspects of college football going away in the fall, and everybody waiting until the spring, which really isn't a bad idea if you think about it. If you're talking about your student body, if you're talking about safety, okay, look, you know what? If there's really going to be a vaccine or antivirals on board the first quarter of 2020, yeah, let's postpone it. I mean, that's a sensible thing to do. Professional football, the National Football League, losing the revenue from preseason. The owners enjoyed that revenue. That revenue helped you be competitive. So you have the Oakland Raiders now become the Las Vegas Raiders in Allegiant Stadium because PSL is in more revenue and we can get more competitive with better players. Yep. You know what? That's threatened now.
Yep. And then as a community, we're losing money. Even if it's just one preseason game, right. We've now just lost money, potential monies off a $750 million public investment.
Yeah, because Vegas is unique to the fact that, the stadium could be sold out for a preseason game, but you know what? The entire city could be sold out because there's a preseason game here. Yep. Because everybody's coming here.
Yep.
Right,
so college football. Yeah. What are we looking at? Because I know you talked to some coaches in the West. Like, what are they already thinking in terms of schedule? Is there going to be any group of five? A school like UNLV. Is La Tech coming here? Ooh. Is UNLV going to Ames, Iowa? Like, what happens to the freaking schedule? Is it going to be mostly regional? Will it be all the conference games? What are people thinking?
Well, can you bus to a location? Because you're talking about the bubble mentality. Like, flying and securing your own plane and doing that. The resources aren't there for college football, certainly a group of five. I mean, we can get into budgets on certain major colleges. But
think about this one. Todd Graham just took the Hawaii job. Mm-hmm. They're going to have games?
Ooh.
Who's going there and how are they're going to come here?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. But certainly options on the table. I think you can't, first of all, you can't cram every single sport in college to the spring though. I mean, I don't know how you do that either. Basing that thought on the fact that there could be a vaccine or there could be antivirals that keeps people safe out there in terms of the student body. So, there's so many things being spitballed right now and thrown around the table and options that you just don't know what decisions are going to be made. But they are from a high level though, because this is something that might be out of the control of an athletic department, of a president of a school or a conference. Mm-hmm. So losing control of that or losing control of a decision it keeps people up at night.
Now, UNLV plays at Hawaii November 14th. Hopefully things are better by then. Hopefully Hawaii still has a season going. Around the same time, UNLV basketball, really big for them. With a nice team coming back, getting high-profile looks on TV, Maui Classic. Is that going to happen?
It's hard to say. I mean, right? College sports are so much up in the air. So the NFL, well, Major League, all sports, really, you think about all sports are up in the air to a certain extent. But NFL, okay, wheels in motion. That's going to happen. Yeah, we're knocking off the Hall of Fame game. Yeah, we're cutting back on preseason games. But no, we're plowing through, right?
There's a lot of denial right now. Like each one of these steps, you're like,
there's signs around the corner or around another corner that, you know what, there's a possibility of things shutting down again.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get the update on what's going on with the NHL. Scott Burnside covers the league for The Athletic, and I don't know if it's 99.9% certain that we've lost it, but reports are saying Vegas, the favorite, Bettman's favorite spot to hold one of these hubs. We may be Dunsky and out of the mix because we just don't appear to be a safe city from the outside.
ESPN Las Vegas.
I am fired up for football.
ESPN Las Vegas.
Yeah!
Home of the Raiders.